Alrighty boys, welcome back to another step-by-step video. Now today's video is going to be a little bit different from my other step-by-step videos. And specifically the thing that I want to talk about today is positions where basically like the enemy team can't win. So for example, have you ever been in a position where there's been frost mats underneath a window, but then there's also a guy holding you? So like in this first example here, I'm going to be playing inside of Kids on Oregon. I'm having one of my viewers jump into the window, and I'm telling him like right off the rip, like I'm on the left side of the window, you have to jump in, there's frost mats underneath, and your goal is to basically kill me, okay? Now, there is a slight chance that he jumps in and headshots me. However, 9 times out of 10 in positions like this, you're going to have complete advantage over whoever jumps into that window, and that's going to give you free kills. But the thing that I want to talk about with this video in particular is this applies to so many different type of gunfights, not just frost mat windows gunfights. This is also applies to angles like this on Villa, where what I'm doing here is I have a warden playing in my closet, and I also am going to be having one of my teammates inside a bathroom. Now, people that are going to want to be jumping into this closet window are probably not going to be aware of the fact of me holding this angle from inside a statue onto their window hopping. So I get myself one free kill right there. And even if, like, let's say there's a weird world where this guy jumps in and somehow pre-fires me, my warden's still going to follow up and get the freebie. You see what I'm saying? And then another guy jumps in and we get ourselves another free kill. And I want to describe this type of situation as being advantage gunfights. Next up, we're going to be Bank. We're going to be hitting a default plant for server. I have a Habana on my hatch inside of open area that's covering me. He gets himself a free kill. And then in this type of position, I want to back up and put my other Osa shield down for anybody that potentially walks up. I could stay on this Osa shield, but I decided that it'd be safer to just put a separate Osa shield down to hold the doorway inside a site for the site door walk-in. And the thing that I want to show here is like you could just line up your gunfights on the Osa shields to potentially get yourself free kills. Next up here, we're going to be on Clubhouse. Now, if you've been playing Siege for a long time, you can probably already tell what I'm about to be doing here, but long story short, we're using Ace here. We have a Maverick on the board. I want to open up the cash wall, so what we're going to do is we're going to rappel up on the side of the building right here, and we're just going to be waiting for our Maverick to come across and just start Mavericking the bottom of the wall for any bandit trickers. I get myself a free kill right there, and then I'm able to open up the wall, and this is another type of advantage gunfight. Now, I believe this is actually the next round of the same game. If you think the enemy team knows that you're about to go for this, but they're still bringing the bandit, what you can do is bring a Thatcher, and you can have the Thatcher toss his EMP down before Maverick goes, so that way the bandit is more likely to try to put his bandits on the wall, and you can still get the free kill the next round. Now, ideally, this is all starting to come together a little bit. It's basically like, what I mean by advantage is basically like any type of gunfight or position where you use like an operator or you use an angle to get yourself free kills. So next up, we're going to be on Consulate here. There's a guy trying to jump into closet window. He ends up jumping in. I get myself a free kill. And then there's another example of advantage gunfight of somebody rappelling in a buck on this console window, and I get myself another free kill. And in this type of position, I just want to keep holding the closet window just to see if anybody else walks in. However, I do start getting audio of someone being like far out, like outside of garage in spawn. So I end up rotating over to the window to try to see if I can peek the window and get myself a free kill on him. And I silent walk up to the window. He has no idea, and I get myself a free kill. And this eventually does lead to us winning the round because my teammate's going to follow up and secure the last kill right here. Now, next up here, guys, we're going to be over on Canal, and one of the things that I wanted to show here, and technically, this Azami setup is also an example of an advantage gunfight. If anyone jumps into these windows, I'm going to be able to use these Azami barriers to basically see them before they can see me when they hop in. However, that's not actually what I wanted to show in this example. Right here, all I'm doing is I'm just telling my teammate where he would put another Azami to like extend it. But long story short, these guys open up the skybridge window. So what I do here is I make a punch hole, and I basically just wait for this guy to re-challenge the window. And since I'm using an ACOG, I'm going to be able to see him very easily and get myself a free kill. And that's another example of advantage gunfight. Next up here is a C4 for Oregon for trophy. When people are trying to do a push into sight, they smoke off, so that lets me nitro self for trophy and get myself another free kill. Next up, we're going to be on Canal here. I'm going out of the spawn here. Now, this is a very common spawn peek counter for anybody spawn peeking the yellow window on Canal for the basement bomb site. And all you want to do here is just take a look at this window from this position that I'm on and basically just one tap anybody on this window. Next up, we're going to be on Cafe. We're going to be trying to do a rush plant. Right here, I'm telling my teammates to open up the new hatch so that way I can drop down there after we get the plant, and that way we can swing for CS at the end. But you guys know how it is with rush plants. If you get the plant down, it's pretty much GG's on the spot. All you gotta do is run the yings and plant a bomb in a good position. Right here, I get a free kill on the mute. Another type of advantage gunfight because they're so focused on denying the plant that I end up getting a free kill onto him. Now it's a 4v1 position, and it's pretty much all GG's from here. We end up securing the round right away because my teammates go ahead and follow up and kill the last guy. Now, honestly, I was going to make this video all about Legion, to be honest, but I decided that I wanted to mix in some other operators because it doesn't just apply to only Legion. That's kind of like what my content block was for this video idea, is because I didn't want to make the whole video about Legion just because of how many operators this applies to, you know what I mean? But one of the things that I want to show you guys is I have Legion here. I'm on Oregon. I'm on the basement bomb site. I put Legion mines for the bunker walk-in, and then I'm going to be putting one of my other ones on the back stairs. Now, typically what I like to do for this bomb site is I like to put Legion mines so that way I deny any walk-in pressure for bunks, and then I can also play for back stairs and help for anybody that does try to push in the bunker, does try to push down back stairs. But the idea here is that when they walk into bunker, they're going to hit my Legion mines and they're going to try to flood in to try to take elbow, but I'm going to be able to swing aggressively. You're going to see here I get 2 picks, and then I follow up and kill a Finka as well and get myself 3 free kills. And then right here what's going to end up happening is this Nomad is going to hit my Legion mine on back stairs, and he's going to immediately go to pull it out. And I think Legion's one of the best operators in the games for creating yourself those type of advantage gunfights. Unfortunately, I am going to die here, but it's okay. Now, like I said, Legion is one of those operators where his whole kit is literally designed for giving you advantage gunfights or just slowing down enemy team in general. However, one of the things that I want to show from this clip is that one of the last guys is pushing outside on this double wall here, and conveniently we didn't reinforce the wall where the default mirror would go to hold this bomb site. And so what I end up doing is I make a shotgun hole in this soft wall, and then I end up just holding the breach. And this technically is another type of advantage gunfight because of the fact that since they already opened up the wall, they already know what this bomb site looks like. So if I open up a new angle, it's going to give me advantage on anybody trying to swing into that bomb site. Next up here, guys, we're going to be on Oregon. Once again, I'm playing that TARP's position again. Same Legion setup that I had before. However, this time the enemy team is going for a meeting hatch drop play where they're going to be droning 4 pillar. And essentially what their game plan is that they want to make some kind of play where they drop down the hatch and basically try to kill me onto tarps. However, when you play Legion in this position, what you can end up doing is you can put a Legion mine underneath the hatch, and as long as they don't shoot it, you're going to essentially get yourself free kills as soon as they drop the hatch. So, long story short, you just place it where the debris falls on the ground, and then that's where their drop would essentially be. So that's where you line it up essentially. In case you don't know where to line it up perfectly. But right here, the guy drops, he hits my goo mine, I get myself a free kill. And now, honestly, another operator that I was kind of 50-50 with about making a full video about was Nomad as well, because Nomad is another one of those operators where that type of advantage type of position does come about a lot. You know what I mean? Because when people hit your air jabs, that's going to be your automatic free kill basically. You know what I mean? Because they don't really have a good way of killing you if you can catch them at the right timing. You know what I mean? As soon the moment that they hit your air jab, you can swing and get yourself a free kill. That's another advantage gunfight. Now, what I'm going to be doing here, guys, is I'm going for one of my standard pushes here. This is a very easy solo queue strat that literally anybody can do. But the idea here is that you have your drone up in skylight here. You check to see if there's anybody playing in library. Right here, there's a guy next to the window. I'm going to pre-fire through the window. I don't end up getting him, unfortunately. But that's okay, because essentially what happens is since I shot at this Solus, he's going to end up backing up from library, which is going to allow me to put my air jabs down for the library double door and for the site door. And now here's the real advantage part that I want to talk about. And this is a very common gadget that every operator has, but my teammates give me a call out there's a guy in this corner, so I use one of my flashbangs, and then I swing aggressively off of that flashbang to get myself a free kill on the Malusi. And then next up here, guys, we're going to be using another one of my air jabs on the site doorway. And then what I'm going to be doing here is that air jab does get triggered, and I believe what ends up happening is my teammates are going to be able to walk into site off of that air jab trigger, and we're basically going to be securing the round here, because what's going to end up happening is my teammates hold cover for me, I get to plant down, there's going to be a dock that pushes my library here, but he's air jabbed off, so we're going to get a free kill onto him. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video about Advantage. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!